beautiful, glowing, sun-kissed skin. The appearance that everybody hopes for, and you don't have to pay anything for it. You can just go by the pool and get a tan. But when you do this, you also have a chance of achieving skin cancer. Now, it's the little things in life that people don't really think that have such a huge impact on you, but it really does. The best way to prevent this from happening is sunscreen. If you don't incorporate sunscreen into your day-to-day life, you have the added risk of skin cancer, the decrease in confidence levels, and missing out on the affordability and accessibility of undamaged skin from the sun. Now, it is the first time this summer and you are going to the pool. The sun is really beating down today. You look over and you see those people who don't really go swimming, but they kind of just lounge and soak in the rays of the sun. Now, you remember your mom used to always say that you need to put on sunscreen before you do go swimming. And now that you're older, why are you dismissing her great knowledge? When you take away using sunscreen in your day-to-day life, you're adding the risk of skin cancer and other skin damages from the sun. The American Academy of Dermatology says that 10,000 Americans every single day are diagnosed with skin cancer. Now, how do I get skin cancer and how do I prevent it? Well, most skin cancer cases are caused by unprotecting your skin from UV rays. This is ultraviolet rays or electromagnetic radiation. This is invisible to the human eye, and you can get it from the sun or man-made sources like tanning beds. Now, the best way to prevent this is just decreasing the amount of time that you spend with unprotected skin from the sun and tanning beds. Now, you can be just fine going to the zoo and maybe getting one sunburn, but once you normalize this behavior of constant unprotected sun exposure, you are increasing the risk of skin cancer and other skin damages from the sun. Can you count how many times you've gotten a sunburn in your life? Now, skin cancer isn't the only concern you can face with unprotected skin from the sun. You can also face freckles, hyperpigmentation, and wrinkles. Now, first of all, freckles. It's the most common form of sun exposure, and although it isn't necessarily damage, and it can even be hereditary, you can have it all your life, but it is just another form of sun exposure. And although it isn't necessarily damage, it can be it can make people really unconscious about their skin. Not only can you get it on your face, but you can also get it all over your body where you expose your skin to the sunlight. Next up, there's also hyperpigmentation. These can be small spots that you can see all over your skin, or it can get as big blotches. This happens due to the skin producing a pigment This happens due to the skin showing a pigment in the skin. And the Mayo Clinic specifies that this event happens to try and protect the lower layers of the skin. And lastly, wrinkles, the most common form of sun exposure and a harm to the skin. Many people don't really see the sun as having such a huge impact on the forming of wrinkles, but it really, really does. When this happens, you're exposing your skin to free radicals, and free radicals are unstable atoms that can damage the elastin fibers in the skin, which causes the wrinkles. I would like to protect my skin, but I'm not quite sure what kind of sunscreen or if I can even fit it into my busy day. Not only can you get sun damage just from going to the beach or to the zoo, but you can also get it just from the light coming through the windows. Dr. Leventhal from Yale Medicine says that even on cloudy days, you should still be wearing sunscreen due to UV rays piercing through the clouds. And if you're not quite sure what sunscreen would fit best for you, there are so many different types. You can get gel-like sunscreens that can feel like a thin lotion or nothing really all out. You can feel like it's nothing really on your skin. You can also get sprays, powders. These are great if you just want a quick application throughout the day. And then although there is the stereotypical generic white sunscreen that many people think of, there is also UV protected clothing. This includes hats, shirts, pants, and even swimwear. I know sunscreen can get really, really expensive, but in reality, you don't really need anything fancy at all. If you go to Walgreens right now, you can get a sunscreen price all the way down to $1.50, and it can get the job done. And if you're worried about like you have a darker skin tone and you're worried about like the white cast that's left on the skin, they make sunscreens just for that too. You can find ones for darker skin tone, sensitive skin, even if you have oily skin or you're conscious about if you're like pregnant. And I know that sunscreens are controversial in that case, but you can find ones that are safe and work just well for you. Sunscreen is really personable, and many people don't find it to be an efficient step to their day-to-day life. But when you look at the added risk of skin cancer, the decrease in confidence levels, and the access to the affordability, sunscreen can be a game changer. And next time you go to the pool and you see those people who are just soaking in the rays of the sun and getting their tan on, I hope you stop and think about how important sunscreen is and all the added benefits that come with sunscreen to your day-to-day life.